welcome to Steve McDonald's Crafting. Well, you're never going to guess what I found. I was clearing out my garage and I came across this. And it's my old silver clay kit. I never really did much with it. And it's got some silver clay in it, some in a syringe. I've got some other bits and pieces as well. And honestly, I had just forgotten all about it, that I'd got it. So what I'm going to do is have a little go at making some stuff with it. Because, well, why on earth not? It's got to be a good 20 years since I looked at this in any way, shape or form. So I have no idea if this stuff is still going to work. But there's some great bits in here. Thought I'd make some letters. I might make an S and an M for Steve McDonald. And I also thought I would make some of these flowers as well, because I think they're quite pretty and they could perhaps make a really nice little pendant. I'm going to roll it out on this piece of plastic bag because that is easy for me to roll it out on. Let's see after 20 years whether this is going to be okay. Look at that. It's like brand new. It's nice and soft. It's ideal to roll out. First thing I'm going to do is cast a few bits of this into this mould. I like that particular flower. So now I'm going to push this in quite hard. Now these should be self-releasing, these moulds. And I do remember that you have to let it dry completely. Either put it in a warm oven and let it dry out, or you have to leave it for 24 hours before you fire it, because if not, it won't be completely dried out and then you run the risk of it exploding and bursting. I must cover this up while it's not being used to stop it drying out, although I believe you can add water to it. I'm going to do my S for Stephen. I mean, I'm no expert in this. It's years since I did it. I don't even know if people still use it. Let me know in the comments if you use it often and what sort of things you make. I've forgotten how much I really enjoyed this. Never throw any of your scraps away. I always remember that, and any shavings or anything like that, because they can all be melded back in together that you can then turn into something else. So there's my S. And it does dry out really quickly. I've forgotten how quickly it dries out in your hands. So you need to try not to handle it very much as well when you're putting it together, or use a little bit of water. I love it when I find craft stuff that I haven't used for a long, long time. I must have loads hanging around. Right, so that'll do there, and then we'll let that dry. I'm also going to roll out a little ring, I think. And I'm going to roll that out in between these, so it's an even thickness all the way. That's what I'm after. By doing it in between these two pieces of card, then I've got a nice even thickness. And then I can just make myself a ring. And I think I'll make one as thick as a lolly stick. And if I cut either side of that lolly stick, that'll also give me an even width. And this does shrink when it's fired. You need to take that into account, I remember, when you're making anything. And rather than doing it with your hands to push it together, if you use it with a piece of plastic like this, then what it does is it pushes it together but without drying it out. And then I can put a pattern on it if I want to, or just leave it as it is. Lift that up, put that on my piece of plastic here. And then I've got some in a syringe. Now this should be okay, because it's had a top on it and it's in a syringe. Go around and put some little dobs on. Like that. I am going to push them down because I don't want them obviously having these sharp bits on them. And I'm going to make some patterns out of this that I've put on here. So let's have a look. We'll use that one. And a bit of mushing that down. I'm not worried about what sort of pattern it looks like. And then let that dry. And then once it's a little bit drier, I can then seal that together. I'll show you how I remember doing that. And then I can let it dry completely. I'll probably let that dry for about 2 hours. Once that's dried for about 2 hours, I can then seal it together into a ring shape. I've wrapped that round the ring, and I forgot how fragile this is when it's dry. It is quite fragile. Now, some of them I know are a little bit more bendy. And all I'm going to do is add a little bit of water there at this join and then join that together by pulling that across, sealing them up. So that's joined together on there. And then what I'm going to do is leave that to dry on there. The ring is dry enough now to move. I'm going to leave them overnight to completely dry out. But these should be dry enough now to get out of the mould. Oh, it is. Look how pretty that one has come out. Let's have a look at the letters. Handle them with a little bit of care at this stage because they are still a little bit brittle. There's a V that I made. Leaving that one there. The flower's fine. I'll make a little hole in that flower before I fire it to ensure that I can put a jump ring or something similar onto it. Well, these have all dried now and they've been drying for just about 24 hours. So there's no reason why they should now explode. They should be fully dry. And what I'm going to be using is my butane torch. Once they get up to temperature, then I remember you have to keep them at temperature for about 3 minutes. So I'm going to set a stopwatch to check that. I'm working on the board that I normally work on when I do my soldering on glass. And if you haven't seen me do that, then check out the video. I'll link it at the end of this one. It's really good fun. I made a lovely mirror. And I'm also working on this that came with a kit that I got a long time ago when I used this. So hopefully, even though it's about 20 years old, it should all work right. Now, you have to get it to about a salmon pink colour. Unfortunately, that's not going to show in these videos because of the way the lights are. And I need the lights on in here. But get it to about a salmon pink colour and then keep moving your torch around. You will get a little bit of burn off to start with. That's the binding agents that are inside the clay. And then once you've got it to that full temperature, then you can start your timer. And if they start to move and bend, don't worry, they will go back down to being flat once they're fully heated up. These are all fired, so they should be solid metal now. And that ring does fit my little pinky finger. As you can see, they are white. All the silver is laying flat on there. And you have to kind of give it a good old brush up with a wire brush. And then that will bring out all that silver loveliness. This is a stainless steel wire brush. Now, you can tumble these in a tumbler with some shot. That would get rid of all this. And it would polish them up really nicely. Because what you get is you get quite a matte, flat look by doing it like this. But you can get a polish effect to it. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. You can get a proper burnisher to make these shiny. But I use a piece of paper and give it a really good going over on a kitchen roll. You know, I'd actually forgotten how much pleasure and how much I enjoyed making stuff out of silver clay. I'm really pleased with the ring. It fits me perfectly on my little finger. This one I'm probably going to give to my mum. I think she'd like that, and that's why I put it on a chain. She's not really into the leather cords. This one's for my son's girlfriend, whose name is Vicky. If she's watching this video, she'll know that she's getting that soon. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments whether you use silver clay, and if so, if you've got any tips and tricks, then please, I'd love them, because I'm definitely going to be doing some more of this. Please boot that like button. It really does help my videos to get out there, and also helps to grow my channel and lets me know the sorts of projects you like. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I will leave the links to everything, including the Buy Me a Coffee link, in the description below, along with lots of other useful links. Take care. Enjoy your crafting. Bye.